Hello.
Yay, we're live. Cool. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's
Happy
Thursday.
Thursday. Happy Father's Day.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day to anyone that is a dad. It's weird because it's different here in Italy compared to the UK. In the UK, it's always on a Sunday and it's in June.
It's the same in America. It's always on a Sunday in June as well. I think it's the third Sunday. I don't remember.
I have no idea. I just remember my calendar tells me and shops start advertising
Yeah, no.
Father's
Yeah,
Day
and
things.
Mother's Day is in April. May in America on Sunday. I think it's the first Sunday of the month in May for Mother's Day.
Cool. Because the original name of the 2 days in English, at least, is Mothering Sunday and Fathering Sunday, which is why it's always on a Sunday.
Oh, that's sexist.
Yeah. Why is that
Sun.
sexist?
It's like sun, like S-O-N, sun.
No,
Hi,
Sunday is in
Angela. Yay, you're here. Sorry. Thanks for joining
Sunday
us.
is in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, I thought you meant like son, like S-O-N, like son and daughter. I'm like, well, that's sexist.
No. But cool. Hi, Angela. Nice to see you.
Thanks for
I hope you're
joining us.
well. Haven't seen you in ages. Haven't seen you since school. So
Right?
cool. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Um, Cool. So today we are doing. Oh no, we haven't even introduced ourselves yet for anyone else that might
That
be
was what
watching.
say.
So I'll introduce myself. I am David. I've lived in Milan for a year and a half, and I'm originally from South London
Good.
in the UK.
And I'm Pearl, and I've also lived in Milan for a year and a half, right? And I'm from Florida in the States. So today you'll have two accents, which is fun. And David and I are both teachers in one of the Milano schools here in Milan, obviously. If this is your first webinar, there is a delay in the chat, so we won't immediately see your responses or your comments, but we always try to do our best to answer your questions. So please don't hesitate or be afraid to write in the chat. We love talking to the students. It really makes the webinar so much better to have the interaction.
Yeah, and it's an opportunity for you guys to use the language. If you watch, yes, you take in the information, but if you use the language in the chat, we can correct you, and it just makes that thinking process much more interactive. So cool. So music festivals today. Let's go. So we are discussing music festivals, which is a nice topic always to talk about. And we will use modals and semi-modals to give advice and suggestions.
Ooh, good. Angela, do you remember what modals and semi-modals we used for advice and suggestion? Do you remember, Angela? If Lorenzo's there, ask him.
Yeah, I'm sure Lorenzo knows.
If he's not working, you can ask him too. What are the modals and semi-modals we use to give advice and suggestions? I like modals.
Yeah, they're a fun one to teach, and they're really important for quite a few checkpoints.
The only modal I don't like is wood. I mean, I like it. I don't like teaching it.
What's wrong with it?
Because there's so many, because we use wood for so many things. I just like it.
Use it for hypotheticals, nostalgic past.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Hypotheticals, we use it for polite modals, everything. Yes, modal, should, yes, ought to.
Perfect, Angela. Yeah, there's one more semi-modal for suggestion. Ought
Strong
to,
suggestion, right?
Yeah, strong suggestion, or giving a warning.
A strong suggestion. Angela, I think you're the only student, so you have like a private lesson with two teachers today.
That's a great, it's a real win-win situation.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I would like nostalgic past. Oh, so much. Modal perfect. Teaching wood and modal perfect is the worst.
It really is. It's not good. Right. So, talking about music festivals, moving on very quickly. Talking about music festivals, we've got some conversational questions here. So, do you enjoy attending concerts or music festivals? How often do you attend concerts or music festivals? Have you ever got a backstage pass? Or what was your favorite event? Mm.
Good. Anyway, the
So,
answer to our question was had better.
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The answer to our question was had better. So, but we can also use can and could to give advice. So can, could, should, ought to, and had better are used to give advice.
Yeah, perfect. So we've got quite a few ways of giving advice.
Remember, but can and could can only be used to give advice when they are affirmative. When they are affirmative. When they are negative, we cannot use them for advice.
Yeah, definitely. So, Pearl, do you like attending concerts or music festivals?
I like attending. Yes, I do. When I was younger, I enjoyed them a lot more than I do now.
Oh, you don't attend.
I don't really attend concerts or music festivals now because I don't like being around so many people.
True, me too.
And usually, music festivals are in the summer, and I don't like being hot and sweaty. So
Fair
that's
enough.
another.
Fair enough.
I prefer concerts over music festivals.
Cool. I like music festivals. Concerts, it depends on the person, and you're right. If it's too hot and too crowded, it's not comfortable. But I went to a music festival in Hungary a couple of years ago in Budapest, and
I
that
remember,
was really good. Sorry?
I remember your stories from this concert.
No, it was really good, and it was really hot. So we made sure we didn't get too close to the front in the crowds. We were staying at the back, just having fun, having a couple of drinks.
I've been to many concerts in my life, uh, but I have only been to one music festival,
Okay,
and it was enough for me.
fair enough.
Angela, I had technical problems. It's okay. We were still here. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah,
We're
we're here just talking to ourselves.
answering the question. So write in the chat if you are watching other students. Do you enjoy attending concerts or music festivals? How often do you go? Have you ever gotten a backstage pass? And what was your favorite event? I have never gotten a backstage pass.
No,
Have you?
I did once.
Ah.
Um, for a tour of American artists, but it was sort of a comeback tour of like older, like before our generation of musicians. So, do you know the Bay City Rollers?
I've heard the name.
They sing that one, "Bye Bye Baby." That one, "Baby Goodbye." No, I won't sing. Anyway, the Osmond Brothers. Do you know them?
Nope.
Oh, they were big in like the
This was
70s.
before our time.
Yeah. So they were both from the 70s. David Essex, David Cassidy, they were both British, I believe.
I know David Cassidy. I know the name.
Mm. So anyway, my mum was friends with the Osmond brothers. And so my dad was working as part of their security team. And so as a family, we went on tour all together and I got a backstage pass, access all areas.
VIP pass, huh?
Yeah, it was real cool. Really cool.
Angela says, yes, I like going to concerts. I usually go during the summer because there are a lot of festivals. I
Cool.
think it's like a summer festival in Milan, I think, every year. I don't know.
A music festival.
Yeah, I think there's like a concert, some kind of concert in Milan every year. I don't know. I don't know about this
Cool.
year.
Hopefully, if the
Well,
virus goes away.
what was your favorite event?
Oh, so favorite musical event. Oh, there's three, I think, are my top three that I can't choose. Number one it would be Ziget Music Festival in Budapest.
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce concert that I went to at the O2 because it's
I would
Queen
like to go
Beach,
to that
isn't it?
arena. That arena looks really cool.
And then Green Day. I saw them live in concert, and they were very, very good. I saw them at Wembley Stadium in London.
Angela, what was your favorite concert or music festival? Yes, in Milan during summer we have I Days. Ah, see, I knew it. There is a concert in Milan. I knew it.
Ah, in the expo area. Cool. Fingers
I will
crossed that's still going on this summer.
I don't, even if it was, I am not. Milan in the summer is terrible, and there is no artist big enough to get me to go out of the house and stand in the
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, what was your favorite event, Pearl?
You know, I went to Lollapalooza in Chicago.
Mm.
I can't remember the year. It was like more than 10 years ago. Yes, oh my God, more than 10 years ago. And I really enjoyed it. And you know who was there, but it was before she became really big. Lady Gaga was there.
Ah, really?
But she was like one of the smaller acts. And it was like before, obviously I didn't watch her because she's a smaller act. And I was probably eating during the time she had her show. But she was there.
Forget Lady Gaga, I need a hot dog. That kind of thing.
But the headliner for that festival was Muse and Pearl Jam. And
Oh, I love Muse.
And I was right up front at the barricade for Muse, and it was amazing.
Nice.
They were fantastic. So I did.
Yeah, I saw Beyonce and Green Day a while ago. I think like 10 years ago, both of them as well.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite event. I just like listening to live music. I like listening to live music if it's good, because sometimes when I went to a concert, the artists didn't sound the same as they do like on their albums, and I was like really disappointed. And I was like, you sound worse.
Yeah, without the auto-tune, sometimes it can be real bad. I was really disappointed when I saw One Direction live. Yeah, I've seen One Direction live. My friend bought me the tickets as a birthday present.
You know who's really good live? The Killers. They sound the same. Brandon Flowers sounds the same live as he does on the album.
Oh, cool. I like the Killers. I loved them when I was younger. I'd love to see them. Perfect. Cool. Yes, Angela, One Direction. I went and saw One Direction live. I was very happy. I had a great time, but they didn't sound very good.
Who was your favorite? Who is your favorite? Was your favorite? Remember?
Harry Styles. He was really cool. Definitely my favorite. Yeah. Perfect. So here we have questions using modals. What we want to do is turn these phrases into full, complete questions, starting with a modal verb or using our modal verb as our auxiliary. Here we're not so focused on suggestion. We want to think about any and every modal, whether it's obligation, choice, suggestion, hypothetical.
Most of these questions are open questions. Most, except for one, I think, are open questions. This is a difficult exercise.
It is. We can spend quite a lot of time on this because it's a really important part of this focus anyway, and it's an important grammar structure to get down. So we can do number one together, cost of tickets.
Yeah, and there could be many questions you can form for each one of these.
Yeah. So actually, should we think about what all of our modals are first? So if we're going to talk about obligation, what modals or semi-modals do we use for obligation?
Are you asking me?
Anyone that wants to answer? I'll type it out while
modals and semi-modals for obligation. Modals and semi-modals for obligation.
If I can type, it would be great. Making so many typos. Cool. So we've got three options here: one modal, two semi-modals, right?
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, is one of them half another?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes.
Yeah, so 1.5 maybe. Perfect,
But
Angela. Must and have to, and one more would be Pearl.
had better.
No.
What? Ought to,
Have got to.
oh, okay. Sorry. Have
Yeah,
got to
had
is the same
better.
as have to.
Hmm?
Have got to is the same as have to. One's just British.
Yeah, they're exactly the same.
They're exactly the
Perfect.
same. And I was like, what? I mean, sometimes had better could be strong. I always put in the middle between obligation and advice. Had better.
Yeah, because it's a really strong suggestion,
Mm-hmm.
but not quite an obligation. But perfect.
Have
Perfect.
got to.
So then,
Yes.
suggestions we've got should, have to, and have got to. Yes, Angela, have to and have got to are exactly the same. I'll be back 1 second. I just need a tissue. Let's talk about the
Yes. I,
suggestion semi-modal.
good. Yes. So have to is American, Angela, and have got to is British. It's preference. If you want to use got to, you can. If you want to use have to, it's fine. Just remember we change for third person, like she has to or she has got to, but both are the same. Good. So now modals for advice. We said earlier, Angela, you said it. It should, ought to, and had better. Had better is for strong advice, very strong advice.
Cool. And then option, possibility, choice.
Yeah. So what are the modals for possibility? What are the modals for possibility?
Two of them can be used for suggestion.
Yes, but only when they're affirmative.
So it's all quite multi-purpose once you get to this end of the modals. Some suggestion, some possibility, some choice, some permission.
Good.
Perfect. Could, may, and might.
One more.
Wonderful.
That's a lot more. A lot more.
A lot more.
Not one.
Yeah, so we could use also can.
You're not the only student, but you're the most interactive student. But we appreciate your participation.
Definitely. So you've got can, and then may and might. We can extend them to make them semi-modal.
Mm-hmm. To might as well. You'll learn that in the later levels. Angela might as well. And will is also a possibility. We can, well, we can remember we can use can and could for advice, but only when they're affirmative. Only when they're affirmative, not when they're negative.
Perfect. So now that we have all of our modals, how can we make a question about the cost of tickets? Cost of tickets. If we use a modal verb as our auxiliary.
This is a hard exercise.
It is. So if we're thinking about...
Let's do the first one together because it's a difficult exercise.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So here, how much should tickets cost? So this one is asking for, kind of asking for a suggestion, asking for an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, so what do you think? How much should tickets cost?
How much should tickets cost?
And it's a very good question because I think quite often tickets are too expensive.
The last Beyonce concert, the tickets were ridiculous.
Yeah, but she's worth it.
Is she?
Mm.
Is she worth it? May I know the price of the tickets? That's also a good question. Yeah.
Yeah, good question.
There's many questions we can form.
Attention to spelling there, though, Angela. Price, meaning cost, is with a C. Price. Because prize is a reward, an award. When you complete a competition or a task, you get a prize.
Mm-hmm.
So number 2, go to more concerts if tickets cost less.
Good. What is
We've got if.
Oh. Yes, exactly. A
Perfect.
prize is when you win something. But they're very close, only one letter difference.
Mm. So we've got an if section in our phrase here. So there's really only one modal. Oh no, there's a couple of modals you could use.
But when we use if, it's usually for a closed question.
Mm.
When we use if, it's usually for a closed question. That's a hint. Number 3 is so easy. Sorry.
How far to go? It's a funny one. Cool. So number 2, should we show it?
Yes.
Cool. So number 2 is, would you go to more concerts if the tickets cost less? Would you go to more concerts if tickets cost less? Would you go to more concerts if the tickets cost less?
Maybe.
I think I would. Because like you said, Beyonce is very, very expensive.
I mean, yeah. It depends on when and where the concert is.
Perfect.
When and where.
Cool. Cool. So we could change our modal verb there to could as well. Just to change it to would you have the possibility? Like, could you go to more concerts if tickets cost less?
Should you go to more concerts if tickets cost less?
Perfect. Changes it again. Like, just because it costs less.
We can use money. Can you go to more concerts? Awesome. I would either. I would too.
Ooh.
I would too. Remember, either is for negative agreement, Angela, and two is for positive agreement. So I would too.
So then, question 3, you say it's quite easy, Pa?
I think it's easy.
How
Well,
far?
I mean, most of the questions there.
So, how far to go a concert or music festival? How can we make that one a question? Angela or anyone else that's watching, how can we make that a question?
How far to go? How far to go a concert? That's sounds terrible. How far to
Yeah,
go
the phrase
a
is
music
difficult to
festival?
read.
Like a conditional.
Mm. But it's open, it's got our question word there. How far?
You know, sometimes when I read our like difficult questions in English, I try to translate it in Italian. It's even harder, and I'm like,
Really?
yeah, I'm like, no. Like how for the number 3, if I try to translate, I'm like, there's no way. Like I wouldn't even know where to start.
No, neither. I mean, number 1's even challenging for me.
I know the modals. I wouldn't know how to do the question structure, right?
Perfect.
We are just hopeless.
Cool. How far is, oh, Angela, we're trying to use modals as our auxiliary verb, so we're not going to use the verb to be. So how far could, should, would, must, may, ought to, had better.
We're also missing a subject in this question.
Oh yeah, of course.
We're also missing a subject in this question. This is a difficult exercise.
It really is. That's why I chose this focus, because it's difficult, but also kind of important.
It's a question for you. How far are you asking? What how far? How far means how much is the distance, or right? How far is how much distance?
Yeah.
So if I say how far is the supermarket, it means how much is the distance to the supermarket.
Yeah.
How far?
Yeah. because this number 3 is talking about willingness. Like,
That's a hard one, Angela. So we'll tell you.
yeah.
So
How far? Go on.
Oh, how far would you go to see a music festival? So this question is, it's basically asking you, what is the maximum distance you would go for a music festival?
Yeah. For example, would you go to Australia to see a concert?
No.
No, too far, definitely. The distance is too big. It's too far. But would you go to, Marcello, hi, nice to meet you. Welcome.
Hi.
But would you go to maybe Verona for a concert?
No.
No, still too far.
I wouldn't even go to San Siro for a concert.
Okay, would you go to Navigli for a concert?
Maybe.
Beyonce, €50. She's in Navigli.
No, I don't know. I could probably hear her from my window. So
Pearl, I'm trying to get a yes out of you.
I just know how many people would be there, and people, it's just, like when the New Year's Eve concert in Duomo, that's like a 10-minute walk from my house, and I wouldn't even go to that. It was free.
Perfect. Could you please tell me how far you can go? Yeah, the structure is perfect there. Definitely. Tell me how far you can go. Cool. Number 4, where to stand? So this one's probably asking for suggestion or advice if you're going to a concert.
If you're to stand at the position you want, you stand. The position in the crowd. Yeah. Audience. I can't think of the word, in the audience. See, when I was younger, I always tried to get as close to the stage as possible. And it's really uncomfortable because it's very crowded and you can't move. That's why I have back problems now. I would be standing straight for hours and not moving. Now that I am older, I like to sit in a chair with food and enjoy the music.
Yeah, me too. Or at least if you're standing, stand towards the back. And then you can have food, have a drink, maybe dance with your friends.
Don't dance. Move in my chair. We call that dancing. Chair.
Perfect.
Good.
But what's the question? Asking for a suggestion.
Where to stand?
I ask for suggestions all the time.
If I'm asking you, Angela or Marcello, where to give me advice about the location I need to stand in, it's a good idea to stand in the audience or in the arena, stadium.
Annie.
The alley. Yeah.
Where would you prefer to stand during the concert? Perfect.
Yeah, the grammar structure is correct. Where would you prefer to stay during the concert? If you're asking someone for their opinion, yeah.
Yeah, if you attend a concert together and you're asking, where would you prefer to stand? Yeah. Perfect. Or here we have, where would you stand or sit?
It's really good. Or we can change the modal. Where should I stand? Like, where should I stand?
That's the one I was looking for.
I asked for that one too, and I was like, what? Where should I stand during the concert? Yep. Where should I stand? I'm asking for advice. But good job, Angela. That's a good question. It's correct.
Number 5, recommend a summer festival. So this is asking for possibility. This one, similar to Marcello, what he answered for number 3. Could we make this one, number 5, a possibility question? Recommend a summer festival.
I don't know, Coachella's not a summer festival, it's a spring festival. But it was postponed to October.
Would we stand in front of the stage? Perfect.
What? I think should we stand? I think would be better. Or could
Yeah,
we
but
stand
also, if we went, would we stand?
if we went? So it's an if statement.
Yeah, make
But
it
could we
conditional.
stand? We're asking for permission. Could we stand right in front of the stage? Should we stand? You're asking if you think it's a good idea. Should we stand right in front of the stage? No. Listen to experience. No, you shouldn't stand right in front of the stage.
Definitely not. No, I did that a few times, and people push you, and it's not comfortable.
It's not comfortable.
Should I go to the I days this summer? Good question. Perfect structure. I like
Mm-hmm.
it.
Should we go, Angela? Do you think David and I should me and David go to I Days this summer?
Hmm.
Is it free? Wait, first question.
That
Is
is
I
very important. If you're not going to go to Beyonce concert in Nivili for €50 for
in the
perfect.
summer in Milan? Summer in Milan.
Yeah, you just need to escape Milan.
How miserable we were last year.
I remember. So number 5 for a asking a recommendation. It's could you recommend a summer festival? It's asking that possibility.
Or
I
we
went to a summer festival last year, so yeah, I can recommend Ziget Music Festival in Budapest.
or we
It's
could
very,
say,
very good.
would you recommend a summer festival? It's very polite. Would you recommend a summer festival? Also
Yeah.
very nice.
I would also recommend Boomtown in Belgium. Apparently is very, very good. I really want to go.
Nothing is free,
I've heard.
but you should go if you like that genre. What type of genre is I Days? I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
the genre for I Days.
neither do I. It's kind of an important part.
I don't know the genre. Huh. I'm going to guess probably like electric or like house music.
Sounds
Nope, can't hear you. I think you should put them back inside, David. I think you're muted. How do you? You're muted, David. Anyway, but oh, rock music. Ah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. All right. What is your dream lineup? While David is having technical problems. What in the chat? Tell us what your dream lineup. Your lineup is the list of bands or artists you would like to see perform. So my dream lineup would be David. I don't know. My dream lineup would be. My dream lineup would be maybe Beyonce because I would like to see her. And I don't know. What else I want to see? Adele. Adele. I want to see Adele for sure. Adele. Oh, I gave you that question. Who would be your dream lineup? Oops. Adele for sure. Maybe Beyonce. I don't know who else. 3. Still can't hear you, David. Alright, so in the chat, tell me who your dream lineup would be while David is working out his situation. David said he's sorry. So Beyonce, Adele.
and now.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Perfect. So I was saying mine would depend on my mood. Like, am I in the mood to listen to Beyonce and Rihanna and Lady Gaga? I could have those 3. Or Britney Spears as well, maybe. Something really poppy, something really trashy. Or sometimes I prefer rock music and I would like Blink 182 or Green Day, or someone like that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue.
Cool.
I gave away that question.
That's cool. It's cool. So here we have word formations. This is always a fun activity.
Mm-hmm.
So what we need to do is use these words on the left to create more words using suffixes or sometimes prefixes.
Mm-hmm.
Go with David for the mood. Perfect. Yeah, if you're, depends on your mood, what music you want. Cool. So for music, we've got the adjective musical, the noun musician, or the adverb musically. So for crowd, group, and play, can we try and create other words from the base word using a suffix or a prefix? Crowd.
I thought of one. I thought two.
I've got a few.
Thought of an activity that involves the word crowd at concert, but I don't know if that counts.
I don't know what you're talking about.
An activity that concert goers do that has the word crowd in it.
No idea.
It is also has the word that people do in Hawaii in the water. Sport people do.
Ah, yeah.
I don't know why that came to my mind.
No, definitely it fits for the situation. It's not
I
on the
would
left
never do that. That's just asking to be groped.
though. It kind of is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, crowdy. Angela, not quite crowdy.
But good guess though.
We do have an adjective for crowd, but it actually uses possibly a past participle to make it.
Yep, crowd is already a noun. Crowd is there is a big crowd. Mm-hmm. Crowd is already a noun.
Cool. Shall we?
Yes.
Yeah. So crowd, we have crowded, overcrowded, or uncrowded.
Mm-hmm. Crowded is the adjective. So the arena is very crowded. If it's overcrowded, that means it's very, very crowded. It's too much.
Yeah.
And uncrowded.
Uncrowded is the opposite.
Is the opposite.
It's very uncrowded. What was one you were thinking of though, with the activity in the water?
Crowd surfing. Not a good thing.
No, it looks like fun, crowd surfing, but I would never do it.
Because they could drop you.
Group.
Group.
Ooh, I know, I've got one. Because group is to come together.
Mm-hmm. To group.
And then you can get separated and then
come together again.
Yeah.
What is the stuff, the prefix we use to do something again?
Same in Italian, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Just like negatives change.
Most of the time. So the prefix we use to do something again.
Grouped. Perfect.
Yep. Which is an adjective. We are grouped together.
Cool. Any more, Angela? Or someone else? Cool. So here we've got grouped, regroup, and groupie.
What is a groupie, David?
A groupie is an extreme fan of the musician or the artist, that follows them from concert to concert to concert. A really, really big fan, and they go kind of crazy.
Yeah. Usually they're female, but they don't have to be.
Yeah, not necessarily. Don't have to be, but usually, yeah. Usually. Perfect. And the one that I was mentioning before, to come back together again, is to regroup. To regroup. Perfect. And then our last word, play. We've got a few words that can be related to music for play. One of the prefixes has already been used in another word.
I thought of two.
I can remember two of them.
And one of them is the same for not all the same, but it's very similar for the adverb, adjective, and adverb.
Played, replay, perfect.
Good.
Thank you, Marcella. Replay from Angela, awesome. So we've got here playful, playlist, and overplayed. But you guys are perfect.
One. Good. Overplayed.
Yeah.
What does overplayed mean?
Overplay, so like overcrowded means there is a crowd but there is too much of a crowd, it's overcrowded. This is where music is played, but it's played too much. It's repeated too many times.
If a song is overplayed, that means they play it so many times and now you hate it. Like the song Happy. They overplayed. Happy by Pharrell. They overplayed that song and now I don't like it. It makes me not happy.
Definitely. Cool. So for our last 5 minutes together, we can try and fill the gaps with the new words that we've got on the left. In the gap, it has given us a clue as to the base word, but so we need to choose, is it an adjective, an adverb, or a noun, or something else? We're perfect. So number one, my friend Ted is music talented and dreams of becoming a famous music, or better yet, a DJ. So we've got music twice in there. What do we think for number one? My friend Ted is music talented. Perfect, Marcello. Yeah, musically. Musically. Because it's an adverb to describe his talent. He's musically talented. Good job, Angela, as well. Number two, dreams of becoming a famous music. Dreams of becoming a famous. Couple more seconds, let that connection come through.
I have the same dream.
Do you?
No.
Oh, I thought you don't play.
I'm not confident in front of large crowds.
Me neither.
I mean, more than 30 is when I would, more than our events. Our events are the maximum amount of students. Good. Musician.
Perfect, both of you. Musician. Cool. Pearl, do you want to carry on?
He enjoys music so much that we went to a music festival this past summer. We really liked the DJs. Their play didn't include a lot of songs that are play on the radio.
Cool.
So play twice.
I like that they put them together, so you have to really think which adjective, noun, or verb. Perfect. Their play didn't include a lot of songs.
My hands are really dry.
Yeah, me too.
I'm washing my hands so much, and I want to put lotion on. Then I wash it off again because I go to the bathroom. I'm like, why am I putting lotion on? Like, what's the point? Playlist.
Perfect.
Good.
Playlist.
And perfect.
And overplayed. Thank you, Angela. Good job. Good job, both of you.
Good. Yep.
So the venue was crowd. So I lost Ted after the first set. We had a backup if we got lost. We would group by the left side of the stage, close to the backstage entrance where the group hang out. So we've got crowd, group, and group. What do we think? What do we think? The venue was crowd. Overcrowded. Perfect, Angela. Oops, I clicked twice by accident. But perfect, Angela. Regroup. We got in there. And then last one then. Close to the backstage entrance where the group hang out.
Good, Angela. Regroup. Regroup is also a great word to use in your job or for your business. Like, let's regroup after this meeting, or let's regroup after the break.
Perfect. Yeah, like just let's come together. Good one.
Grouping.
Perfect, Angela. Yes. Groupies. Close to the backstage entrance where the groupies hang out.
Groupies. All right. Perfect. I think we can do the last exercise. Yeah.
The last exercise, we got 1 minute. Oops.
Good example.
Good example. So we need to choose the correct modal or modal or semi-modal to go into the gap for this one.
Good. So for number one, give you an example. If you get lost, you should have a designated meeting spot. You should. It's a good idea. Advice.
Definitely.
Number two,
Number two.
Blank have identification on you at all times. So might or must. Which modal would be good? Number three, be careful about meeting new people. They might or can not be trustworthy. Carry your phone with you at all times so you can or could call for help. You will call home twice a day. You aren't allowed to go somewhere alone. You should or have to stay together. You ought to could carry some extra money just in case of an emergency. And you can or shall go, but only if you agree to these rules. Shall. Just think. Good. Two is good. Three is might. Yep, Angela. Four.
Number four.
I mean, they both fit really. One sounds better than the other.
For me, one of them sounds like past tense. Perfect. Thank you, Angela. Number five, you need to or will.
Good. Forest can.
Need to or will.
Need to.
Should or have to.
You aren't allowed. You aren't permitted to go somewhere alone.
Perfect. Angela, need to.
No,
sorry.
To.
Have to. I was reading the answer for number five, need to, thinking have to.
So number six is have to, because remember, have to, allowed means permitted, so it's an obligation. So you have to stay together.
Yeah.
Allowed.
It's not a suggestion.
So it's like permitted, so we're asking for obligation. So you have to stay together. 7, ought to, yes.
Good. And 8, can or shall.
You start doing that Gandalf thing.
You, that one.
Yeah. Whenever I see shall, that's what I think of.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You shall not ask. You can go, but only if you agree to these rules. Yes, possibility.
Yeah. Only if you agree to these rules.
Good.
Perfect.
All right, guys.
Good work today, guys. Thank you really much. Really much? Very much.
Thank you very much, Angela, Marcello. Thank you. We appreciate your participation. We hope to see you guys again soon. Good job with modals. They're difficult.
Yeah, thank you for the hard work. It's really, really good.
We hope to see you guys again soon. Stay safe, stay inside, and
stay active as much as you can inside.
stay active. Study English, yes. And we hope you have a good weekend.
Yeah, perfect. Bye, guys.
Bye.